Okay.
So here it is, the end of the year, and you've been told your classroom is going to get painted. You need to store all your equipment. You're going to start with, you want to put your computer up, and you're going to take everything apart. First thing, you shut it down completely. Everything should be plugged into a surge protector, so now that it's off, I can start disconnecting things. And a lot of people are going to panic at this point because they're thinking, wow, look at all those cables, and you didn't label anything, and you're going to have to put them all back. How are you going to know what goes where? Well, I'm going to show you that when we put it back together next year when school starts up again. Stay tuned. However, before we completely disconnect everything, I'd like to point out a couple things that you might want to do. If you've got your monitor, and I have terrible wiring set up here because we're in the middle of transitioning from one area to another, but bottom line is you've got your monitor, whether it's a flat one or one of those big heavy TV looking things. And some things have a brick or a transformer, and these are the things that every year people come back and say they lost over the summer. Get yourself a box and put them all in it and lock it up so it can't take a trip accidentally out of the school. If you need to label it, go ahead and put monitor power. That was going with my monitor, there's my computer, and as far as all these other little cables, if they don't want to pull out, you can wrap them around it, put a plastic bag over it. It's good to go for the summer. And we come back. We're going to say summer's over. I put all my cords up. I wrapped up my keyboards, pulled them all out of my closet, and now I'm hooking things back up again. The last thing I need to worry about is the power. First thing I want to do is get everybody connected. So I usually start with the monitor, because it's the one I have to screw in a little bit. And there's only one plug back here that actually looks like it. I line the pins up, make sure it's going the same direction as the plug. I don't force anything. If it goes in easily, it's good. Then I can go ahead and snug down the screws a little bit. A couple turns clockwise, and it's in good. If you ever have a problem with the part that it's screwing into turning also, you probably ought to get a technician to tighten those down for you. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hook up my network cable now. There's only one plug, looks like a phone jack, but it's a little bigger. Plug it in, it's good to go. I have no idea what this purple thing goes to, but it's color coded, so it goes here. Just so it turns out that it happens to be the keyboard. There's a picture of a keyboard in case it's not color coded. Same thing, they only go in one way. The next one's color coded also, happens to be the mouse. Got it plugged in. I just happen to use headphones with all of my systems, so I go to my headphone. I use dual headphones, so I have a splitter. And I go up to the little thing that has a little music symbol on it, and that's going to be my headphones. So now I've got sound going out the headphones. You might use external speakers, in which case you'd plug the speaker into that. Got sound going out to my headphones. I've got a mouse hooked up. I've got a keyboard hooked up. I hooked up my monitor. Plugged in my monitor for power. If I was to turn things on right now, things wouldn't work. That's because I haven't put any power into the actual computer. Molded, only go in one way. Power to the computer. The last thing that I need to do is go ahead and turn on my surge strip. If there's no little green light on it, maybe I need to plug it in to the wall outlet. Everything should be on. Turn on the computer power. At the computer, it's got a button. I'm up and running. Comes up that good. I know I've got good video. And then you just have to remember your password.